Hi guys, so today I'm here to talk to you about the quirks of characters. Now, when I talk about quirks, I mean, generally speaking, you know what I mean. Everybody has their little quirks. We all do. But I find that it's necessary to have them in characters because if you don't, then it kind of don't seem real. They don't seem very three-dimensional, and it's fun. I mean, and if you just kind of play along, I guess you could say, go with the flow while you're writing, they can't tend to come out on their own. So an example would be in my last few books, I've had Diego in as one of the main characters, and Diego tends to have a lot of, like, he moves quick, little jerks and whatever. It's like a nervous kind of twitch, I guess you could say. I always think it's because he drinks a lot of coffee. But, you know, it might depend. I don't know. I think it's to a degree it's because he's a bit of a nervous person. But I kind of have him drinking a lot of coffee too, so you could take it that way. And he kind of makes faces, and he kind of has this little sort of sarcastic remarks and that kind of thing. And so that would be an example of a quirk. Hernandez, the main character, he tends to have a lot of little quirks too. Now, his is just sort of his personality. He likes, I don't know, like, I don't know if he's just be really quirk. He likes teasing people in kind of a sort of mean way, but he doesn't mean it as in a mean way. It's just sort of his personality. That's just kind of how he does the teasing thing. He thinks it's funny, so he doesn't realize maybe the other people don't think it's funny. When the first book, he smoked a lot, so that was like, I don't know if you'd call that a quirk either, but every time he was upset or frustrated, he automatically wanted to have a cigarette. Again, I don't know if you call that a quirk, really. I think it just depends how you define it. I have noticed with his characters, well, when he gets really frustrated or upset, he kind of switches to Spanish a little more rather than English, or he seems like he's more comfortable speaking Spanish. He kind of gets his English mixed up, which is, he can speak English, he's good at it, but I think he kind of goes back to what he's most comfortable with when he's really upset. So that might be a little quirk for him too. And like all the characters have their sort of personality, their little, like I say, it's the thing about quirks is they really make you see them more three-dimensional. And if in the right situations, you kind of automatically see those quirks coming out. Like I said before, when Hernandez is upset, he kind of goes back to speaking Spanish. When Diego's anxious, he starts twitching, and, you know, I talk about how his eyes bulge out and he gets a little crazy. That would be one of his quirks. And like I say, it really kind of shows you who they are. It kind of shows, you know, like especially when they're upset or emotional or happy, if those quirks tend to come out the most. And, you know, you don't have to have a lot per character, just a few little ones. And like I said, they kind of come along naturally if you just follow the flow of the character and see, you know, how they react in certain situations. You kind of instinctively know. Anyways, but like I say, we all have quirks, so it kind of makes it fun and interesting. And, you know, that's something that you can even adopt as you go along. Maybe at first a character doesn't have a specific quirk, but it sort of picks up along the way. You know, it just depends. Just depends. Anyways, I think that addresses that topic for today. If you have another topic you'd like me to talk about, just let me know. And you can always see my website, Mima on Fire. You can go to my YouTube if you haven't been there already. I have, I think, over 70 videos at this point, talking about writing topics, writing tips, things about my books, my characters. You know, just check it out. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.